Rock Metal Nation, what is up? Real quick before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that Rock Metal Studios, the very same studio that brings you the Rock Metal podcast, is looking to help bands who are able to record their tracks either at home or in a professional recording studio, but need some help mixing. Go ahead and send me an email at therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. That's therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. We can go ahead and discuss mixing your tracks for free. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 122 with Light the Torch. Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. And sample you just heard was Die Alone by Light the Torch, who have got on the show with me right now. They've got a new album called Revival set to release via Nuclear Blast Entertainment later this month on March 30th. And right now I'm being joined by vocalist Howard Jones to share some stories with the music and share more info about the band. Howard, welcome to the show.
What's going on?
Hey, no thing. Just enjoying a lovely winter day. How about you?
Good. I'm just hanging out, enjoying a little time before things kick into high gear.
A little calm before the storm.
Yeah, sort of. But I'm always doing something.
Sounds good. Let's go listen back to that track, Die Alone.
And every day I curse the sunrise. There's nothing in the shadows, and you will be the one to die alone. Forgive me when I fall, and I will be the one to die alone. And every day I fear the sunrise. There's nothing in the shadows, and you will be the one to die alone. Forgive me when I fall, and I will be the one to die alone. For every broken soul
I come back from Die Alone. Now, what I love about this track is the use of filters to help juxtapose just how heavy it is when it kicks in. And then when it really kicks in, it's just huge vocals, massive melodies, grooving guitars. Very well composed track, sir.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. It's a song. I just, we've had this music around for a while. So to finally get it out, it's just kind of like, finally. We can just breathe, that's so it's like it's hard remembering a lot of the stories now about what happened during recording. It just seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, I remember reading that there was some struggle that happened with the band right around 2016, and there was some personal issues and whatnot. And so I was just wondering, maybe if you remember what Die Alone, what the particular inspiration for the track maybe was.
The lyrics for this was mostly something I had jotted down several years back. It's kind of well documented of my bouts of depression and all that good stuff. So that's just, it's something that was around and it started fitting the music, and I just sort of worked it. And there you go.
Yeah. Now I'm curious, obviously with depression and whatnot, does doing songs like that just help as a complete release?
No. And anyone who says so, I don't know if I believe it, because if it helps, why are you still depressed and why are you still singing about it? It's just part of it. It's just part of the process. You're never truly over it. And it's just part of every day.
Wow. Yeah. No truer words, I guess, have never been spoken, sir.
Well, that's honesty.
Yeah. Now, there's a music video for it, so Rock Metal Nation, if you dug the track Die Alone, if you go to today's show notes, www.therockmetalpodcast.ca, there's a bonus. You can go and see the music video for Die Alone. Now, if you want to take us through maybe the planning or how the music video came to be, the ideas behind it.
It's really not that interesting story. We needed a video. Guy said, I'd like to do it. It's a live thing, and he had some ideas, and it was done relatively quick and inexpensively. Yeah, not that interesting a story. Sorry about that.
No worries at all. Boom. Now, obviously, I remember you said that the songs have been around for a while. Now, I'm curious, when it came to writing the album, do you remember where in the process Die Alone was? Was it like one of the first tracks?
It was the first one.
Did that really set the tone for the album?
That's hard to say because, Francesco wrote the music. So, when he's writing, he's just kind of writing what he writes. And that I got a batch of music at once, and that was just the first one that was chosen. So I don't know if it was really like that. He sends me a bunch of music. I pick out what I like, and whatever it is that I start writing to, I guess that's what we're going to end up using.
Yeah.
So it just kind of works out that way, and that guy is kind of a prolific writer. So I'm usually filtering through a lot of music.
Wow. Sounds cool. Speaking of a lot of music, let's go and listen to the next track, Calm Before the Storm.
Looking at the shell of what you used to be. Now you wear your scars for all the world to see. You can never burn the stain away. You can keep your own demons at bay.
Rock Metal Nation, it's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. All right, come back from Calm Before the Storm. Now, definitely, I think, anyway, more of a driving track. I just love how it kicks right in. You got that tom beat in the verse that keeps it going. We have those anthemic chants. And then, yeah, you've got that calm moment just before that massive chorus. Definitely a killer track.
Thank you. That was actually the last song. It's a little different than most of the other songs on the album. So I had to just kind of think about it and make sure it was something that I wanted to give the music attention. So I had to write something that kind of fit it. Yeah, and so it just ended up being the last one.
All right, now for the new album that's coming out March 30th called Revival, why don't you go ahead and tell us about that album? What should we expect from it?
Oh, wow. I don't know. It's 12 pretty emotional songs, I guess. Some of it's fact, some of it's fiction. It was just, we went through a lot of stuff, and just leading up to the writing of it, and even during the writing of the album. I mean, we didn't have a contract. We didn't even have a name. We wrote this album and did it because we needed to. So there's just a lot of emotion in this album.
Yeah, and I'm curious with the title Revival. Is that just about coming through that struggle?
Well, it's more of like when we were Devil You Know, we had written some albums, and they came out 2014, 2015. And then we got this long gap. Here we are, 2018. And they put something out. So it's a breath of fresh air. So Revival just seemed like the appropriate thing to call it.
Cool. So Rock Metal Nation, you can definitely check out Light the Torch on all the social media websites. So wherever you're at, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, go ahead and search for Light the Torch, or just use the old Google, type in Light the Torch, and you can stay in touch with everything that Light the Torch has got coming out. Now, Howard, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come on to the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Light the Torch with Rock Metal Nation.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, sir.
Rock Metal Nation. Hopefully you just found your new favorite band in Light the Torch. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.